Dan Dudley and Guy Junker back here on Trib Live Radio for your morning sports report, brought to you by Miranda Homes. More homes for less money. Find your new home today, mirandahomes.com. Pirates beat the Astros 6-3 last night. Guy, what'd you think?
Well, nice start by Kevin Correa. I mean, I think the guy, he doesn't want to pitch out of the bullpen, but he's gone back and forth with it. And, they are now 9-3 in his last 15 starts. Yeah. And Clint Hurdle would not, after the game, say for sure that he's going back into the rotation. With Karsten's hurt and Bedard gone now, I don't know what the hesitancy is. I mean, the guy, look, some of those wins, that record can be deceiving. Some games were won in spite of him, not because of him. Last night was won in a large part because of him, though. And he only threw 67 pitches. I'm not sure why they didn't leave him in longer, unless they're thinking maybe he is going to go back to the bullpen. I was thinking, though, Dan, the Pirates are now 8 games over 500, and they're 11-3 against the Astros. So the argument can be made they're 500 against the rest of the league and 8 games over 500 against the Astros. And at first that would seem to be damning, but it isn't really, because that means they're 500 against the entire league. That's counting the best teams in the league, and you'll take it whatever way you can get it. They're 10 games better than they were at this point last year. Last year, they were 15 games better than the year before. So everyone's still hoping, and it was a great day to win because the Cardinals lost, the Giants lost, the Dodgers lost. So it was a great day in the standings. If they don't get that wild card playoff spot and still finish 10 to 15 games better than last year, a 25 to 30 game improvement over 2 years, no matter how you slice it or how disappointed you are, you got to point to the improvement. And with hopefully they made good selections with the high draft picks, that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Let's talk about the cast of characters that won the game last night. Like you already mentioned, Kevin Correa, Gabby Sanchez with 3 hits last night. Clint Barmas.
They should issue a stamp.
Clint Barmas gets on base 3 times yesterday, walked twice. Clint Barmas was walked twice yesterday. I mean, just an interesting cast of characters that won the Pirates their game yesterday, and kind of something they needed. I mean, I guess you can call it luck is kind of something the Pirates may need.
Well, look, they have won a lot of games this year with home runs. I mean, they've shown an unusual amount of power that I don't think any of us were expecting. Their problem has been in the games they don't get the home runs, they don't do the little things to take advantage of the guys they get on base. Last night they did that. I'm not saying you got to play small ball all the time with the kind of power that they do have as a team. A suicide squeeze, I mean, that's one of the most exciting plays in baseball, and they executed it perfectly. I think it's brilliant to move Barmas up in the lineup. Danny was so lousy offensively for the first 3 or 4 months of the year that I think it's kind of gone by the wayside, that really since the beginning of August, he's hit well. His last 14 or 15 games at home, he's well over 300, and since the beginning of August, the guy's hitting about 250 or so. So, batting him, and Presley benefited by batting 8th. It was the first time in his life or in his major league career that he batted 8th, and he had a nice night. So they shook the lineup up a little bit. I think the lineup wasn't just one of those things, let's shake it up for shaking it up's sake. I think Barmas has shown for about 5-6 weeks now that he deserves to hit a little higher in the order, and it all paid off. But it was an unusual cast of characters, and it was not the way they have played all year. I liked the bunting, the sacrifice fly, the suicide squeeze, the home to first double play. They played good baseball.
And now they're a game and a half back, like you said, because they got some help. They're definitely getting some big help from the Padres. And I mean, I think it's one thing from the Padres that they beat us up, so now they're kind of beating the Dodgers up and kind of helping us out, which is a good thing.
Well, as I pointed out, when the Pirates, what's going to kill you is they lost 5 or 6 to the Padres and Milwaukee in the important part of the dog days of August in September. And if they don't make it, though, they're going to look back at that 10 out of 12 losing, and it's going to kill them. But as I pointed out when they were losing to the Padres started playing good ball as of June 1st. They were terrible in April and May. The baseball season is so long, you can't look at a team's overall record and say, we got to take 3 out of 4 off of them. They're 12 games under 500. Well, they were 25 games under 500 on June 1st, and they played good ball since, and they're continuing to play good ball against some of the other contending teams. And the Dodgers got the bad news now that Chad Billingsley is going to be out for the rest of the year, goes on the 60-day disabled list. Jared Weaver, the Anaheim or California or Los Angeles, whatever Angels they are this year, he has a bruised forearm, got hit with a line drive. He had to go back home and get examined. So Pirates aren't the only one with some injury issues right now trying to contend for playoff spots.